So we're working on creating equations from word problems, which is usually pretty difficult. They've given us this word problem, but we have no math model. We'll have to make a model ourselves. So the question says, Ravi is 8 years older than Natasha. The sum, what does sum stand for? What operation?
Altogether.
Yeah.
Yeah, equals.
Adding, okay. Altogether, it equals 42. What are their ages? Okay. What are the two variables we're talking about?
8 and 42.
Well, these are actually values we've been given. But what are the unknowns?
Oh, Natasha's age.
And?
Ravi's age.
Okay, so age of Ravi and age of Natasha are unknown, right? So let's give them variables. Let Ravi equal, what variable would you like it to be?
R.
R, makes sense, right? And let Natasha be what? N. Great. So these are our two variables.
But shouldn't they both be the same variable?
Well, are they both going to be the same age? Ravi and Natasha? No. In fact, we know that Natasha is
8 years.
8 years older. Okay.
But, like when you're, because right here I put let X represent number of quarters, let 31.
That's a different question. We'll get into that one. This one we need two separate variables, and a lot of times it makes more sense to do with two. Okay? So, they've given us actually two equations. We just don't know how to put them together. The second one's actually the easiest to read. The sum of their ages is 42. So what does that mean?
Altogether.
So Ravi's age times, minus, subtraction, addition, divided, added. Ravi added together with Natasha's age is 42. So our first equation reads R plus N, Ravi's age, plus Natasha's age equals what?
42.
Yeah. So we set up our first equation. Okay. Our other equation is Ravi and Natasha's age. We know Natasha's age, N, is equal to something. What's it equal to? How is it related to Ravi's?
Because 8 years older.
8 years older. So Ravi, what? Plus or minus or times or divided 8? Yeah, Ravi plus 8 is equal to Natasha's age, right? Now here's a problem. We have two equations. And you're right, we're used to working with only one equation here. But we can relate these two equations. N is equal to R plus 8. This N here. So in other words, we can substitute R plus 8 in for the N. Because we know Ravi's age plus 8 is Natasha's age. So for example, if Ravi was 1, right? So if Ravi is 1, we'd plus 8. How old would Natasha be?
9.
And we know 1 plus 9 will be the sum of their two ages. 10. But in this case, they're not 10, they're 42. So what we're going to do here is our equation 1, we're going to substitute in. We're going to have R plus, and we'll put it in brackets, R plus 8 equals 42. Does this make sense how I've turned it into one equation? No, this was confusing. Okay, we'll set it up into one in a second. Let's combine our like terms first.
So 2R plus 8.
Equals 42. What do we do from here?
It'd be negative. 2R equals 42 minus 8.
Yeah.
And then 2R equals 36. And then divide them by 2.
Okay, and what do you get?
18.
18. What did we just solve?
For R.
And what is R stand for?
Ravi's age.
Ravi's age. So we know Ravi is how old?
18.
Ravi is 18. How old is Natasha? She has to be this plus what?
Plus 8.
Yeah. So what does that equal?
26.
That's right. Natasha's 26. So this got confusing when we put it as two variables. We could have put it as one. Okay. We have this one equation here, which was very important. So let's say we go without this second equation. We just use Ravi, okay, and Natasha's age is equal to 42. Well, let's just relate them as one formula, okay? Let x, or in this case, yeah, let's call it x in this case, okay? Let x equal Ravi. Well, we know Ravi age is Ravi's age. And if we add it to Natasha's, well, what's Natasha's age in reference to Ravi's? How do we relate it?
It's more.
How much more?
9. Or 8, sorry.
8 more than what?
Ravi's age.
Than Ravi's age. So Natasha's age is x plus 8, where Ravi's age is just x. And then we have our equation, which is very similar to what we did down here where I used something called substitution. Okay? We just created it all in one step and did the substitution ourselves because we only had one variable. Okay? So we could have set this up like one variable, x plus 8. And that'll be the exact same thing as we did down here. Okay? So we'll do another one after. Let's leave this one for now and we'll do another one.